Welcome to the Cloaked Trader KE, where I document my journey towards consistency in financial trading market. Let's get into today's analysis and trade. So I'm currently taking a prop firm challenge, and I'm in about 1.25% drawdown. So, and it's phase 2 challenge, so I'm in phase 2, so I'm trying first to take it out of the drawdown, then I can work towards getting the 5% that's required for me to pass the challenge. So I've just placed a pending order, and I think probably it has been triggered, but let me just go into this analysis. The trade that I've taken. So mainly I'll be posting the trade before I take it, and then I review it once I've taken it. So this is what I've done with this trade. I came to the daily time frame and noted that the price is here. So this is basically an area that the market has tested multiple times, and an area that initiated long-term continuation on the daily time frame, continuation on the lower side, because the price was actually coming here with the lower lows, but there was no momentum, just on D1 small low. It retraced here. After retracing here, there was strong bearish momentum that broke structure, leaving some supplies. So for me, overall, externally, the D1 is on a downtrend. Then the price retraces here. So I was not in the market during that time. I didn't know what was happening because those are several days back. But now when I came to the market today when I was doing my analysis, because when I come to the market in the morning, I'm not sure what I'm going to trade. I'm not the person who trades a specific pair. I come to the market to go through pairs and see which one makes sense. So I came to the market and saw AUDJPY was here. And after doing some preliminary analysis, I noted that it's a place that I would want to trade. So D1 is at an area of resistance or support that turned resistance. For example, let's just mark the price tested here, tested here, tested here, tested here. This was a break and retest. So resistance turning into support, turning into resistance here, here, then here. It's actually multiple times in the past, but I think at least we've seen that. I saw that the price had tested it multiple times. So for me, that was enough. That was enough to convince me it's an area that this zone is an area that I would prefer to at least look for some shorts. So here we have resistance, and it's a D1 resistance. But besides being a D1 resistance, I can see there was some form of supply. So the marking of this zone was determined by the body of this green body of the daily candle, which comes with more of an order block on the D1. So once I'm there, I don't know where to enter, how to get in, though I drop lower on H4 and see what is happening. So the price came here some weeks back, probably last week or the week before last week. The price came and tested here. It failed to close above. When I mark the highest level, the highest level the price reached, you can see the price did not close above this zone. So ultimately, this is a zone that the price has been rejecting. So again, it gives me some form of confidence that yes, even H4 is telling me a story that I'll want to be part of. Then after that, now I drop to where all the story is. I go back to now H1, how now H1 determines a lot how I get in. I want to see patterns, I want to see momentum, I want to see volatility. Now when I came to H4, I saw the price has been up starting here. Let me just mark. The price has been up. That is high, low, high, lower, low. So the price broke here. That means from this point, starting here, now at this position, we can confidently say that H1 has changed character. And Why has the price reacted for H4 to change character? Remember, in the D1 demand, D1 resistance at the same time, which is acting as a D1 supply zone. So now the price ranged here for a while. All this, the price was ranging for this whole area for a while. Then it tried here, there was a sweep of liquidity here into this area. And remember, when the price was changing character, there was a supply zone that was left here, this one here, marked by this green candle, the last green candle before the break of structure. So the price came here, did not make any significant moves, still ranged. The price came back, took out this high, more of a sweep, but did not get into this zone, dropped up to here, created this supply zone, but when it came now, the previous area was swept. It came back up to this level, created some supply, this supply that took out this area, again landed into that area but did not continue upwards, then formed another one here. So this is the another high that was formed on H1. But remember, we are still, all these are ranges from this position here up to this area. The price was ranging. So significant move started after. So when the price came, reached here, barely touched into this zone, dropped, came with some form of supply, came in, then dropped again, tested. Remember, when the price came to test this supply zone, it did not break this high. At this moment, as we speak, I'm not sure if it's going to break, but as we speak, it hasn't broken above this area. But my expectation was that it's reacting in this supply, then it should continue. But now that it has come to this area and hasn't broken, I still think this area is holding, and I want to see, is there a pattern? Now, examining what the behavior of the market, I can confidently say that this is the left shoulder, something like a head and shoulder pattern for me. This is the right shoulder, this is the head, and this is likely to be the right shoulder. So given that we're in an area that has been tested multiple times on D1 and H4, H1 has tried to break this zone multiple times, it has failed. Now I'm seeing something like a head and shoulder pattern for me. Different people have different rules, so probably that's something that can be looked into later, but for me, I look at that pattern on various aspects. So this is the area that I want to get into, because now it's more of a left shoulder, a right shoulder for me here. So once it's there, now I want to look for shorts at this area where I'm expecting my stop loss to be above the right shoulder. So this is H1. So what do? When I came in the morning around 9, the price was there, so I dropped. The price was somewhere here. When I came lower to around 15, I was expecting the price to at least swim some liquidity first. So price swept this liquidity here. No, this one here, the Asian high. So the Asian high was swept, but did not break the shoulder. So this gives me a greater confidence that as much as the Asian high has been swept, the left shoulder has not been liquidated. So what do? I go now to M5 to look at change of character. Now, this was the previous low. This is the low that broke this high. Now, when the price came back here after sweeping the Asian high, it dropped, causing a change of character, closing below this. This means it caused change of character on M5. And left an order block here here. So let me just mark the order block, left another block here. This hole was another block, so just if the order block is big, I decided just, and this is a discretionary decision, I decided just to use 50% of this candle, probably 60, to place a pending order. So I placed a pending order here. So my pending order was short. What is a short? I placed a pending order here. Now this pending order, let me just switch this one off. Just a minute. I'm back. So I placed a pending order there. Just remove this marking. So I placed a pending order based on the 50% of this first red candle. So here. And then my stop loss is above here. And now let's go to how I targeted my target. Why my target is, I'm targeting this low. The reason is why I'm targeting this low here. I'm targeting this low because this supply zone has been tested, and when it was tested, the market failed to break. So this one is not a proper swing low. So it's not to break any structure upwards, and this supply zone has been taken. So I'm expecting, given that H4 D1 are supporting bearish prices, H1 changed character here, and this supply zone has been tested, and this swing, possible swing, did not break high. So I'm expecting the price to go lower. So I'm targeting around 1 to 4. But remember, when now I get this one, I'll have cleared my drawdown, and then probably I can start building towards the 5% that I'm required. I'm placing some form of notification here. The reason I'm placing notification here is once the price reaches here, then I'll be able to here. I'll place some notification somewhere here. And the reason being, I've placed notification here. If the price reaches here, then I'll be able to manage the trade, either break even, depending on how the market will be behaving at that time. But most of the time, I just let the trade run. So I'll post once the trade closes, either in a loss or in a win, you're going to review, and now I'll post another video on the same so that we can review together, so that we can work with each other together. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. The Cloaked Trader out.